Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Dan Mushroom Man. Welcome to another episode of the Mushroom Lounge. Today we got a lot of different things going on, and that looks a little weird with me right next to myself. So let me change that background there real quick. There we go. And what's going on? Cindy, Paul, Mike, Michelle, how you all doing today? We're gonna do a little giveaway here too, and we're gonna give away some infused honey that I just made. The other day, today I actually made it. It's been so long since I gave a giveaway, I forgot how to do it. There we go. Infused honey. Let's give away 2 ounces of infused honey, and we're going to give that whirl here. But how's everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing well. I had a rain day today, so I've been working on my mushroom and herbal business. And things are going really well over here. So hit that infused honey. Tag a friend in as well. And we're also 5 days away from our big 3,000 follower giveaway this Sunday. We're going to be having 10 different prizes and 5 different auctions. I think 5 auctions. It's going to be a good old time. So join us. That's going to be, I believe, about 8 p.m. on Sunday night. And we're going to give something away every 15 minutes. Going to be a lot of our products and some other things as well. We have some bowls to give away, some cannabis auctions, so it's going to be a fun time. What's going on, Lisa? Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? Michelle, hope you're doing well today too. I'm going to load a little bit of cannabis here and then tag some more people in here. You know, that's a very good question, Stephanie. I don't really know the answer to that, but it does have an effect on the nervous system. Now, if you want to help with seizures, I always recommend cannabis CBD before lion's mane. So just go with something that's kind of meant for seizures, like CBD. Lion's mane isn't really meant to help with seizures, but I'm sure that it does. But I don't sell it to do that. But we do have CBD. CBD is definitely great, awesome stuff for seizures, and it has no psychoactive effects. So try some CBD tinctures. I don't have any CBD tinctures. I know that Master Roshi does. I just have the CBD capsules, and then I have the CBD CBG capsules. So, what's going on, Kristen? How you doing? Heck yeah, awesome, Lisa. That's awesome. I've heard really good things about a lot of people since I've started making those. And again, those are the lion's mane Reishi turkey tail capsules. Let me get that pamphlet. And again, if you did buy a product from me, you probably saw this. Probably saw one of these you got. It talks about all the different products. And the turkey tail's right up here. Just doesn't have a top to it. But this is the turkey tail. But the mixed capsule, if you buy the mixed capsules, you're going to get all three pamphlets. So you're going to get what I was talking about, all that lion's mane and the effects of lion's mane. I talk about the bioactive compounds in there, how it helps Alzheimer's disease, enhanced memory and brain function, diabetes, anxiety, depression, anti-cancer, nervous system protector, treats peptic ulcers and digestive issues. Don't forget that lion's mane also gives you energy. I don't have that on here, but that's one of the most obvious things I talk about is the amount more energy that you get when you have lion's mane. And then again, you have the Reishi. And Reishi is a booster for the immune system, anti-cancer properties, heart health, and blood sugar, can reduce fatigue and depression. And that's why when you're taking that mixed capsule, could reduce fatigue and depression. Is one of the main reasons you're getting that is through the Reishi. So the Reishi is an excellent product to get that energy. And in fact, so much so, I put in there, if you didn't notice, researchers found that fatigue was reduced and well-being was improved after 8 weeks of taking the Reishi supplements. Another 2012 study on people with breast cancer found that taking Reishi powder reduced fatigue, anxiety, and depression and improved the quality of life after 4 weeks. 2 studies proving that Reishi, can give you energy. So then we have our turkey tail. And that turkey tail, again, excellent for antioxidants, may increase exercise performance, boost immunity, anti-tumor, improve gut health, and may lower blood sugar. So that mixed capsule is now becoming my most popular one, which I kind of knew it would. It's powerful stuff right here. 13. Oh, that's the lion's mane mixed capsule. This is only $13. They're both $13. They both contain the same amount of milligrams. That this one just has. Obviously, you can't fit as many milligrams on one capsule, so it has 166 milligrams of lion's mane, 166 milligrams of reishi, and 166 milligrams of turkey tail in each capsule. So you obviously have to take more to equal 2 of these. So my best advice to people is to take 2 of these mixed capsules and then throw on one of the lion's mane on top of it, because the lion's mane kind of is the most important one. That's awesome, Lisa. I'm really glad to hear that it's been helping you a lot. So that's awesome. And again, we do have that honey on the website now, and I just sold 3 orders today. Actually, that's why I was making it, and now I have a more consistent way of making it now, which is what I always wanted to do. So please tag some friends in if anybody wants some infused honey. We're going to give 2-ounce bottles away during this live, and maybe something else. Who knows? But it's been a great week. Life's going good. Mushroom business is going good. My amount of sleep is not going so well, but I'll figure that part out. I need to sleep more. But yeah, life's good, man. Mushroom herbal business. This past week we accomplished a lot. But let me finish tagging some more people in here. If I didn't finish doing that, please share to a group too. I'd love seeing new faces in here. I'd love to see a new name win this honey today. I love seeing new people come in and new people coming in and winning. But I'm gonna tag a few friends in. Tag your friends in as well. please hit that like, share, and that love button as well. Please, it really helps. And cheers, people. Cheers. Smoke a little cannabis as well. Cheers. Ronaldo, what is up? Cheers from the 217, buddy. Sounds like great flushes, man. I remember when I used to get 40-gram flushes. Those are massive. Awesome to hear, man. Hopefully we're helping some people out with that. You know, it's all about helping people out and getting people some medication that really changed their life, man. Cheers, Ronaldo. What's going on, Kathy? How you doing? I appreciate it, Jesse. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. All I know is that the heat and humidity has come on in the Midwest, and it's getting warm out. It has been getting warm out the last few days, and as everybody knows, we've had some pretty severe weather because of this warmer, humid air. So hopefully everybody's staying safe out there. It is it's wild out there, especially some of that footage. We all have all these new phones now, so some of the footage that I've seen of these tornadoes is pretty incredible. And now that we all have these awesome fancy phones on us at all times, you know, it's only a matter of time before we get all this awesome footage. But the one with the car camera that caught that tornado going through a parking lot, that was pretty incredible. I'm just tagging some more people in here. Man, I could tag about 70 people in here, but, you know, I can't sit here all day. All right, we got a good amount of people. If we tag in, tag away, maybe he'll just tag everybody for us. All right, we almost got it, and then we'll start talking a little more about what's going on over Great River Mushrooms. Big news. And if I tagged you already, you're already here. I apologize. And I can't. It just means I like you a lot more if I tagged you, I guess. We got 18 lovely people in the house. Again, we're giving away some of that infused honey we just made today. 20 milligrams of THC per teaspoon. Oh, no problem. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Kristen. But yeah, we hired somebody over the weekend. She helped us on Sunday. In about 4 hours, we were able to do something that I hadn't done in a whole month. We made 25 mushroom bags, which I have slowly been inoculating. My shelves are full. As we do this every single weekend, I'm going to end up overlapping all these grows. So a mushroom usually flushes once, and then like 10 days later to flush again. So you're going to have some intersection between your grow rates. So you're going to have one mushroom might be in its second stage, one might be in its first. And so eventually we're probably going to be growing about 100 to 150 pounds of mushrooms a week. My tent is going to be extremely full. What's going on, Ohio 420? How you doing? Boom shakalaka boom. Gabe, hope you're having a good day. What's going on, Rose? How you doing? And anybody who's ordered from me this week too, I really appreciate it. We had a busy last 10 days. It's kind of simmered down lately, but we had, I think, 10 orders in a week last week. And I appreciate anybody who supports my, this venture. So as I said, we last week we hired somebody. We were able to make 25 mushroom bags. We were able to really increase our inventory. She took a lot of stress off, and I feel really happy with where I'm going. So especially just for working one day on a Sunday, you wouldn't think that would be a lot, but in my mushroom cultivation business, that's a lot. it helped so much, and I could look forward to having her every Sunday and able to increase the amount of mushrooms I have and decrease the amount of stress in my life. So, because it kind of got to a point where I had no choice but to hire help. Otherwise, it was not going to be a fun venture anymore, especially with my full-time job. And then my Saturdays are devoted to selling the product too. So Saturdays are my, days to sell the product at the farmer's market. And I haven't been bringing enough product to the market. So that was the issue. I lost out on a lot of profits the last couple months because I didn't have the ability to have time to make as many mushrooms as I wanted to. So it's a game changer. We're also upgrading our lab facility. And that really excites me because I've been waiting for it to do this for years, to move from my tent lab to a room. And we're this close. We almost have all the equipment. We have a really good plan, and it's only a matter of time before I'm making my mushroom bags out of my new lab. And you'll be able to see that. We'll be able to do a lot more videos and actually show a lot more things because it's going to be a lot bigger. The lab that I'm moving into is it's 6 times as big, and it's going to allow me to do a lot more things easier. It's going to allow me to expand, and it's going to allow me to, move into more ventures, as I would say. There are other things that I want to do, and I have to have a more open lab, more sophisticated equipment in order to do it. So the really big thing about it is the temperature. So this room will be air conditioned, climate controlled. I do not have that option very well in my basement because it's just I have window air conditioners, but I don't have anything that will get into a room in the middle of the basement. So unless I get some special units, but I didn't want to spend that kind of money. So this new lab is going to have window units in it. It's going to be kept at a nice 68 degrees. So it's going to make it easier also for me to make mushroom bags because it gets to 75 degrees with my equipment on in my lab while I'm doing work. So usually about 30 to 45 minutes into it, I'm sweating. So we won't have that issue anymore. So I appreciate all the tags, everybody. What's going on, Mike? How you doing? Jessica, hope you're having a great day. Appreciate the compliment, Taurus. And it is good and exciting news. If you didn't see my post on Great Rare Mushrooms Facebook page, I made that post today kind of talking about that, and it is very exciting news. We have customers basically breathing down on neck asking for mushrooms. I have a lot of customers and clientele to sell mushrooms to. So this is the beginning of that journey to more, because I kind of started growing mushrooms and I got into the more herbal medicine. And recently, the last 6 months, I have been selling a lot of herbal medicine without really focusing on the gourmet mushroom part as much as I would like to. So we're going back to our roots, back to growing more gourmet mushrooms, and supplying Quincy and the surrounding area with fresh gourmet mushrooms. Unfortunately, I can't ship those because they don't ship very well. But if you're ever in the Quincy area, we'll have 2 places where we sell them during the week. So, Terrapin Farms in Quincy, we'll be selling our mushrooms, and she sells a lot. She grows a lot of her own vegetables, a lot of her own produce, and she makes and sells a lot. She is always crowded, so I'm always grateful for the opportunity to work with her every year because she sells so many of my mushrooms, and she's going to be the reason for a lot of my success, her business as well. So support the other businesses that support me as well. So Terrapin Farms in Quincy, she also usually has all kinds of vegetables, all farm fresh, all organic. She doesn't buy any bullshit that has anything other than organic in it. So what's going on, Patricia? But I know a lot of you don't live anywhere near Quincy, so but it's kind of hard. So. Again, the giveaway is for that 2 ounces of infused honey. You're just gonna have to give me a few days because I had to buy some new containers for the 2 ounce giveaways. So we sell it in 4 ounces on the website, and it's $20. 4 ounces, 1 teaspoon is 20 milligrams. So really, if you want to have a good buzz in the morning, you're really gonna need about half a teaspoon to get 10 milligrams. If you want a full, take that full teaspoon. But it's gonna last you a while. And this is the Do-si-do strain. I actually tried some of it earlier. I literally didn't even try much of it. It was like just enough to cover a toothpick. And I felt pretty mellowed out for a few hours. I actually didn't smoke any cannabis. I didn't need to. So it actually has a good effect on you. We got still people tagging. I appreciate the tags, guys. Also, get over there, and we have a lot of new followers on my Facebook page. But we're having a big 3,000 follower giveaway party/giveaway party auction on Sunday at 8 p.m. Central. I may actually do it a little bit earlier. We'll see, but it's going to be 8 p.m. Central. And you'll have to check me out. It's only going to be on Dan the Mushroom Man's my personal page. I guess that's my personal page. And like I said, we're going to have 10. We're going to have a giveaway every 15 minutes. So the show's going to be about 3 hours long, and we're probably going to be giving away things the whole time. And we have some auctions. So join me for that too. All the auctions are going to be to raise money for Fungi and Friends. And again, let's play that video to make you understand what Fungi and Friends is. And again, also, if you donate any stars on this page, that's where your stars go to.
Hey guys, it's Dan the Mushroom Man. Just wanted to remind you that if you donate to those Facebook stars, all those donations will go to Fungi and Friends school program at Great River Mushrooms and Herbal. And that school program is where we bring hands-on skills into the classroom to children and teach them about the fungi kingdom and the knowledge to grow those mushrooms. Again, learn more at the website greatrivermushrooms.com, folks.
And again, that is a program we will have through a local school, and we are really trying to encourage the future farmers of tomorrow. There aren't a lot of people at a young age who are interested in mushrooms, and my goal is to help them, understand that they can grow mushrooms at home as well. So any of your Facebook stars donations will go to that as well. Our auction items on Sunday night, all that will go to raise money for that. So the goal is to basically, we're going to go into a classroom, teach the children, and we're also going to give them some items to go home with, like a mushroom bag, so they can go home and actually watch the mushrooms grow themselves, and hopefully encourage some future mycologists, which is much needed in this world. Thank you, Becca. I appreciate it. What's going on, Mr. Burns? Time too late here. It's 3 hour difference. Aren't you on Eastern time? Eastern New York time it's only 1 hour ahead of me, isn't it? What's going on, Betty? How you doing? I actually choose 7 to 8 Central because that's actually, believe it or not, 7 to 8 Central on a Sunday night is actually when the most people are on Facebook. That is actually the busiest time for Facebook is on Sunday night. That's when all you lovely people are mostly on there. Yep, right, Ronaldo, it is awesome. And we also have, I think, while the big party's going on Sunday night, we will have 20% off everything on our website too. So don't forget that. Only during the live will be, a 3-hour window where you'll have an opportunity to buy anything on the website for 20% off. So if you're waiting to buy something, you can wait till then. I won't be it'll be just fine. I'll just have to ship out a lot of orders on Monday and Tuesday. But cheers, everybody! I loaded my bowl and I haven't hit it, but we're smoking a little bit of some blueberry muffin, and I hope you all are medicating as well. I'm feeling great today. But cheers. But I have some of the infused honey right here. Check it out. So this was my new method of making it. I did not do any stirring, excuse me, which I wanted to avoid. I wanted to avoid stirring because I've read a lot of research that shows that oxidizing or stirring adds oxygen to the honey and in turn destroys the medical benefits of it. So I also didn't heat over 110 degrees. So we went in at about 105 to 110 degrees for about 4 hours with no stirring. So sat in the cannabis flower, and then we removed the flower with a filter. So we're just left with nothing but the honey. Like I said, I tried some of it earlier, and I barely had any of it. Felt good for hours. I didn't get a high from it, obviously, because I didn't eat a lot of it. But most of the time, I eat an edible, I get too high, I fall asleep. So I try to avoid over-consuming any kind of edibles. But that is the Do-Si-Do strain using Frank's honey. So I infused Frank's honey, which you can usually find at your Sam's Club. And I don't really buy any local honey. I already have a local company. He infuses his honey with cannabis. I don't want to have two companies infusing the same honey, so I don't do that. And I've had like 3 or 4 people tell me, like, why don't you buy it from him? I'm like, because he already infuses it. I don't, want to sell something that somebody else already sells. Plus, his family owns that honey company. And sometimes, I don't know if they want to be related to cannabis, but so, and we also ship a lot out, so we don't have to buy local because maybe if I ship it to New York, it's not going to be local honey to you as well. So Frank's honey, from my understanding, is they buy an accumulation of honeys and kind of combine them together. So I kind of like that aspect of getting a whole bunch of different honeys and they kind of combine them into one. I feel like you may get a little more some medical benefits, even though your local honey is great for allergies. So that is one of the benefits for eating local honey, is it can be a great allergen preventer because the bees will navigate their way towards your local flowers, whatever you kind of grow in your area, and they will eat the pollen out of that and make honey. So they all have different kind of tastes based on the flower they eat. So a lot of the times, if you ask your local bee guy, they'll tell you what flower it is. But if you buy it from, anywhere on a market shelf, you don't really know what flower is in it. You get it from a Ukrainian guy who sells it on the side of the road. That's interesting. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Somebody missed the hashtag. I think you had a space in between it right there, Kim. Make sure there's no space in there. And it is, you spelled it right. There's no space in the hashtag. That's interesting. A Ukrainian guy, huh? Now, I'm guessing they have bees in Ukraine. They have a summer and a winter. And I know that bees can survive a lot of extreme temperature. Let me get. Because I know that in order for bees to survive, they just hit their wings really fast, and they actually accumulate around the queen during the winter. And that's usually how they survive the cold. Gotcha, Michelle. Be safe tonight. Everybody else be safe too. There's storms moving in. I didn't work today because of the potential for this rain, and we didn't have anything happen. So I know my boss is going to be disappointed tomorrow when he's like, "Man, we could have roofed today, and we didn't." But It's better to be safe than sorry with these storms. We didn't want to risk having a roof open and all of a sudden, you know, a huge thunderstorm rolls in and we're effed, you know. But we got 32 minutes. I'm going to give away one of these infused honey, so let me give away another one. So hit that infused honey. Again, if you miss it as well, we're going to give away another one right after this. And I need to write down the winners. Whoa. Good luck, everybody. Right. I'm going to find a pen here. Found a pen. So yeah, I was talking about earlier about how my new helper has been just. I mean, I could have hired anybody, but the point was I needed to hire somebody, and she's been really helpful. About, you know, she made all the bags basically by herself the other night. I kind of just showed her how to do it, and that's really allowed me to go into my lab every evening now. The other night I made 12 bags at once. That's the most bags I've ever made at once. And like I said, once I get my new lab going, it's going to be a lot cooler. Because the issue I keep running into is that it gets so hot down there. I'm in like 45 minutes. Oh, it just started to pour rain outside. Interesting. Started to pour rain, the sun's out, but I didn't expect that to happen. Yeah, I made 12 mushroom bags at once. Once I have this air conditioner going, I think I'll be able to do more because I find myself getting really hot after an hour of doing that. All right, let's hit that giveaway. We got 41 entries. Is that what it is? 41. Well, good luck, everybody. Chrisanne Walker. Congratulations. You still here, Chrisanne? Oh, my mouse is not working. There's the clap. A little late, but I got it. Oh, you're still here. Making sure I didn't miss a comment. I don't see her yet. And then we'll start the clock. 30 seconds. All right, we'll give her 30 more seconds. Hey, she's going to get a lot of golf claps. I don't think she's here. I don't think she's here. I don't see her. We got 10 seconds. I'm going to hit it again, guys. Just making sure I didn't miss her comments. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. Amanda Stevenson. I just saw you. This comment there. You're still here, Amanda. Look, golf clap. Oh, that was the wrong button. We have a winner, Amanda Stevenson. Congratulations. The golf clap, I imagine going through a tunnel, high-fiving everybody from the win. That's the golf clap that goes through. Congratulations, though. Got your name down there. Let's give away another bottle of it. Let's give away 2 more ounces of that infused honey. Let's go back, hit that again. There we go, infused honey again. And again, we're going to have a consistent supply of this. Like the machine that I used it today, made making the honey so much easier. And that was the reason I got this little, it's actually a candle warmer, sorry, a candle maker. So you actually put candle in there. It's a crock pot kind of setting, and then it has a spout out the side. So I literally cooked the honey in there, after I decarbed it for your normal 225 for 30 minutes. Decarbed it, put it in there, and sat it in there for 105 degrees for 4 hours. And then it came right out the spout. So machine's awesome. I love how much easier it's going to be to make infused honey and be able to supply people with it. For a while there, I ran out, and then sometimes I had people ordering it. It took me like 3 or 4 days to make it because my old process just sucked. It's a machine, but it's a little bit slower. Also, I need to also say there'll be a post coming up that if you share, it will be about the giveaway, the big party on Sunday. I will probably share it tomorrow, and I'll explain in there as well. If you share that post, you will be put into a special giveaway for an item that will later be shown to you once we pronounce the winner. But you will definitely want to get in on that, and the way to do that will be to share that post tomorrow, and it will be about the big giveaway party we're having on Sunday for the 3,000 follower giveaway on Great River on my page, Dan Baird, and you'll actually see Dan the Mushroom Man in parentheses. Make sure you get that spelling right there, Betty. It's infused. So we hope to see you guys there Sunday night. Tentative right now of 8 o'clock, but like I said, we may start that earlier. And we're going to have a big old party. We'll have anybody is welcome to join us come up on screen. It will be an open invite to all who want to come up and say hello and have a smoke. So unlike usually on my other shows where we don't have an open invite, this one will be. So I'm sure you'll see a lot more people than just me up there. But it's awesome. This has been an awesome journey to do this podcasting now for, it's going on 6, 7, 10 months now since I've started consistently, doing this. And it's been quite a journey. As well as meeting a lot of you awesome people. Sunny and raining, right? What's going on, Devin? How you doing? No, it's not hard. It's just messy. Because if you put the flour actually into the honey, then you have to filter it, and you have to have proper filters, and it can be messy. Some people don't put the actual flour into the honey, but I find it's just easy to filter it. If you buy the right filters, you can easily clean the debris out of the honey. What's going on, Ricky? Kyle, how you doing? Got a few new names in here. Nice to see you guys. Yeah, like she said, not really hard. It's just messy. We also put 65 grams. So this stuff that I put in there, I consider kind of large. So it was a mixture of small buds and trim. And I put 65 grams and 80 ounces of honey at 105 degrees for 4 hours. So that is my math to get it to 20 milligrams per teaspoon. And that was based at 22% trim flower bud, whatever that is, I call it. My particular cannabis tests out at 29%. But what I usually do is, so your trim's probably going to be about 14.5% if your flower's at 29. So take that into consideration. And then you can add a little bit more because you know that you have flower in the trim. So there's buds that can potentially be 26 to 29% THC. So I did my math doing that. So I came up with about 22% on average in this particular batch of cannabis that I put into the honey. So there are, it's not very accurate. I don't know how to tell if my numbers are accurate because there's no way to really test that. But I'm basing my math off of what other people have said in the past. I've read a lot of reports online that people base their math too off on their trim on half of whatever the flower tested at. It was a 220 mesh filter. And honey, actually, you can use, if you could try to use a 70 micron filter, but you're probably not going to get much honey through it. But honey is actually really easier to filter. You can use some of the larger mesh sizes. Now, my cannabis coconut oil, I filter it with a 70 micron bag, and the honey is 220. But there is absolutely no particle debris anywhere in this honey, and not even at the bottom, which is typically where you'll see it flow to. But I don't see anything other than honey in there. And I've seen that in the past too, so cheesecloth is not. Now, if you're talking about the cheaper cheesecloths, I couldn't get anything through it. Nothing went through the cheesecloth, so I had to go to larger size. Cheers, Ricky. Well, the crock pot that I have is actually it's a candle infuser. So not a candle infuser. It's meant to make candles. So it has its own settings on there. So I've actually experimented with the crock pots, and there are the temperature variations on the settings are just too extreme to attempt to do honey in. They got way too hot. So crock pots, like a low setting is 140 degrees. So that's way too hot to infuse honey with. So I bought a machine that actually uses it has a crock pot setting, but it goes anywhere from 90 degrees up to 280 degrees. So you just base those settings based on how hot you want it to get. And I went at 105, and it was very accurate. I kept the thermostat in there the whole time, and it was consistently at 105. But here's, I'll go show it to you here. Bring my screen up bigger. Take you on a little tour of what's going on in Great River Mushrooms. And anybody wants to ask any questions about anything, just don't hesitate to ask me while we're going through the tour. What's going on, Macy? How you doing? What's up? Nobody's here. Nobody. And we got 31 lovely people in here. Don't forget to hit that reaction button as well. Get that algorithm out there. Get my company more known to people, and we can educate people on the power of mushrooms and herbal medicine, which is important nowadays. So it's great to see the mushrooms and herbal medicine helping people's lives, the lion's mane, the mixed capsules, and the FECO as well. Cheers, everybody. Giving away 2 ounces of that infused honey, Macy. Maybe it's for finally your time to win on my show. Because I don't think that you had one ever. Cheers, Dave. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a splendid week. eventually I'm going to figure out how to get more sleep. So I've been sleeping, but I have been sleeping very well. Something's bothering my soul, and I know it. I can feel it, and eventually here I'll find it. What it is, probably during a mushroom trip, which is why I do mushroom trips to find, when something is bothering your soul. But I don't relate it to anything diet or food related. I haven't changed anything other than I keep waking up at night with this feeling, this anxiety feeling, and it's just very strange. And I'm not usually an insomniac. I don't suffer like this from sleeping issues. So typically, a mushroom trip will kind of expose why I have been sleeping like crap, and then I can fix my little broken spirit in a way. But we all have a subconscious. We are a slave to the subconscious. And sometimes the subconscious, there's something wrong in it. There's something bothering us that we have forgot about or avoided. And it can usually rile up during our sleep and bother us, when our sleep, when we actually have access to that subconscious, which is what sleep is. Sleep and doing mushrooms are very similar. And I, obviously have experienced both. And I very, very think that they are very well connected, that sleep and doing mushrooms are very similar experiences. And that's probably why they have very profound effects on us as well, because our dreaming is important. Except we don't remember our dreams. Our dreams are interpretations of our subconscious trying to speak to us. So don't always remember that if you have trouble sleeping, you could have a bothered soul, and I would recommend going to a Reiki session, and you may find out some things that maybe you didn't know about yourself. And again, Reiki sessions are very interesting. They're actually people who read your wheels of energy, and I've actually been to a few, and it's very bizarre how accurate a Reiki session can be. But that's a very good way to find out what's bothering your soul, is to go to a Reiki session or medium, or do some mushrooms. That's always a great way to find out what's bothering your subconscious. You may not like what you find, but at the end of the day, you'll be in a lot better place. Awesome, Ronaldo. Fall asleep. Yeah, I don't have falling asleep issue either. I always remember that it was only a couple hundred years ago. Humans actually slept like 4 hours twice a day. If we've evolved to sleep 8 hours because of our jobs, because I think it was the early 1900s, late 1800s, when we really started to go to that 8 to 5 job, 8 hour day. We as a society evolved to sleep 8 hours. So sometimes I wonder if I'm one of those people who hasn't evolved yet. Maybe I'm I need 2 4-hour naps to really feel restful. Like maybe I would have survived better 200 years ago. But yeah, the sleep cycles were different even 200 years ago compared to our sleep cycles now, because as we had to evolve to that 8 hour, 8 to 5 job, we all had to start sleeping at night in 8 hour increments. So I think we're still catching up with evolution, if you ask me. Because that's a hard thing to change, we used to sleep for 2 4-hour times during the day, and now we're all going to sleep 1 8 hour day. But we always forget that history, because that history is erased. You'd have to read books and other things to remember that we had different sleep cycles then. So I didn't know it till last year. So I spent 39 years on Earth not knowing that. But maybe I need to take 2 4-hour naps. That's just not possible, Maybe it is. Maybe I need to rethink this. I do have one job. Get off one job, sleep 4 hours, do a little work, and then make sure I get 4 more hours before I go in. It's possible, but All right, I'm gonna take this last pull, then we'll go show you what's going on. Yeah, it's hard. Those people who work the graveyard shifts, you're fighting evolution when you're trying to sleep during the day, because our brains, everything that how our brains work are based off of sleeping at night. So when you have to sleep during the day, you're kind of fighting evolution, and you're fighting your own brain chemistry, and that's hard to do. And those people are usually miserable. I mean, unless you've done it for a while, I shouldn't say miserable, because I doubt you were miserable, but I meant they get a lot less sleep, it seems like. And I know a few people who work third shift who talk about how they struggle to get enough sleep, at least once or twice a week. But if I did, I'd remove the windows out of my bedroom, completely black them out, and you'd have to trick your mind into believing it's night. And that's really the best thing to do. Completely black out your bedroom and trick your mind into believing it's night. But yeah, there's something that's why when we look at light, our brain thinks the sun's coming up and we need to wake up. So our brains are so evolved to, when the sun comes up, time to wake up. Sun goes down, try to go night. Hey Orpheus, how you doing this week? It's already Wednesday, isn't it? Wednesday, May 8th. Hey, thank you for all you beautiful people for joining me. Cheers, everybody. We got the mushroom hat on, ready to do some fishing. But really, I need to get another one of these so I don't ruin it, because if I go fishing in this hat, I'm going to ruin it. All right, we got enough battery power. Whoa. So this was the actual machine that I used to make the honey. So you can see it has a spout, has a top. It actually fits so much in it. That's why I'm going to like it, for the amount of honey that you can make in it. There's a lot. So it also has this thermostat. You can see, you can adjust the temperature. And I actually had to make a mark on it because it was actually way underneath the temperature. There's 140 degrees and I'm way underneath that. So, but you can easily go down to 80 degrees with this particular machine. And again, this was only, keep removing the comments. Hold on a second. There we go. I pick my keyboard up and bends the keyboard pad a little bit and messes it up. This machine was only $69.99, and like I said, you can put, you could easily probably do 240 ounces of honey in here, which I don't know how many cups that is, but that's a lot. $70 on Amazon. I like the way it worked. 2 thumbs up. I'd do it again. I wasn't really sure how it was going to work until I did it, so I'm excited about that machine. What's up, Bat and Killer Rose? And this is going to be the new lab, so it's kind of echoing in here, so there may be a little echo. But the room is completely empty right now. We got a lonely chair in the corner. That lonely chair. But this is going to be, turn the music down because I don't want that to echo. Again, I got to set the computer down to use the keyboard. There we go. That's a good level. But yeah, this is going to be the new room. Again, we have some really old windows. One of them is actually broken. We're going to eventually remove these windows and actually replace them. But for now, we're going to put an air conditioner in here. We're going to put a new floor in and all new paint. We're going to have Great River Mushrooms written on this wall. Actually, one of these walls wherever the shelves end up going. But we're going to I'm going to retouch up all the walls. We're going to do paint. And this is going to be the new lab, at least for the next couple of years, for Great River Mushrooms. And it's a lot bigger. Obviously, I had a 5x10 tent in the basement. This room is 12 by 13. So 10 by 13, 130 square feet compared to that 50. So we're almost triple in our space. And the fact that it's just a lot more, the setup's going to be a lot more efficient. So it's mostly going to be a lot of, we'll have our stainless steel workstation over here. We're going to have a lot of shelves over here because when we make our mushroom bags, we have to store them as well. So we're going to have a place for them to sit after we make them. And then we're also going to have, this is going to be the herbal medicine production area along this wall. This will be where we make and produce all of our herbal medicine. So the clean room is also going to be a place where we make the herbal medicine because I wanted it to be, I want everything to be in a cleanliness environment. And this room is going to be pretty spotless. So we'll also have one. So like I said, we'll have an air conditioner in one window. The other window is going to be an exhaust. So this room is going to be, it's going to be a positive pressurized room. And positive pressurized room means that you're basically pushing pressure outward all the time. So nothing ever really comes into this environment. So we'll have our exhaust fan, our filtration system that will run out one of these windows and constantly be running fresh air into the room, fresh filtered air, so that really nothing can come in this environment and run. So we got an old wood floor too, and I would redo the wood floor, but somebody put screws in it. Somebody put nails and screws. Can't really see my face. They completely ruined the floor when they nailed it. I can't put sandpaper on it because you're going to hit every nail. So they also did it in my hallway, and I had to put a new laminate flooring over a hardwood floor. So always remember, if you live in an old house and you nail the shit out of the floor, that nobody's ever going to be able to refinish it. So, which sucks. But yeah, so we're gonna have to lay a new floor over this floor. This room used to have carpet in it. It was my roommate's bedroom, and now it's empty. So a lot more room for activities in here, and I'm excited that eventually I will be probably in here in at least 2 weeks. I'll say I'll probably be using this room in 2 weeks or so. I gotta go buy an air conditioner and get some more shelving. We got 2 shelves in the basement that will go in here. And then we have another stainless steel table that will also go in here as well. So we already have the work table right here for our herbal medicine production. So we have the stainless steel table, but this room right here is our shipping room. It's not really, I don't really want to use it for. Actually, it's our shipping room / podcast room. So I shoot my podcast in here. And then we have everything it takes to run my herbal business, all the shipping supplies, and then we also keep all of our medicine here. Although all of our medicine is actually on the shelf right now, for the farmers market. We got our fridge here that keeps all of our mushrooms. So this area here is more of the production storage kind of area. The other area is more or less the lab, where it has to be a more clean area. So this is going to go in there, and then we'll have a room to do our ship out everything. So we do a lot of shipping. So we had like 10 orders, like 11 orders last week. The whole table was full of shipping orders. So we try to do everything in a day. So I have an efficient system going down, grab an envelope, get the product into the bag, weigh it out, ship it out. That's what we want to be here. We want it to be quick and done and get you your order when you do order something. So now we're going into the mushroom lab, and so this was going to be the old lab, and I have this empty room to do something with. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet, but there was a huge issue with a leak down on this corner, and I need to address before I ever put a lab in here. And I think that's going to require some work that may take all summer to do. So we have abandoned building the lab in this room, And now we've gone upstairs, and I can smell the humidity in here, even though we have a humidifier running. So we had a substantial amount of rain 2 weeks ago, the last 2 weeks, and we had some water, a lot of water here. So not sure what I'm going to do with it. If anybody has any ideas, what can I use this bedroom for? It's right next to my mushroom and marijuana garden. So I could move my marijuana grow tents in here and then have more room for mushroom production. So that may be an option that I may do. I can fit some tents in here, although I have some issues with the ceilings. Got a little ceiling here and there. But this was actually an office, and then it was turned into a bedroom. I had a roommate down here at one point as well. Pretty cool room in the basement. It's really big. And has some damage that we have to fix too. So we had some electrical issues, and we had to put a bunch of holes in the drywall to find the electrical. So I almost burned my house down, guys, 12 years ago. So we had a wire that basically, there were like 3 lights and 2 outlets in my house that haven't worked for about 8 years. Well, about 10 years. So last year I started digging around the drywall, and I ended up finding what happened was a wire had actually started on fire, and and eventually the wire burned out and it separated and it cut off the electricity. But it had actually turned the wood black, So there was a substantial enough fire to turn this wood joist a little black. But it's scary to know that, but that eventually it went out by itself, and then But that shit can hide in your wall, man, and then it can burn your house down. But we replaced the wire, as you can see here. I had a bunch of fucking holes in my drywall to replace that wire to this box where it burned out. And now we actually check wires more. But we are actually in the production area now. And this is where my employee that I hired, we really spend a lot of time now, because this is the issue I have with everything, with mushroom growing and everything. It's this area right here. And I have been slacking at getting in here and doing the work, but because it's a little bit of physical work. So I have to basically mix the ingredients, and we have to pre-mix it because these are pellets, and we have to pre-mix them in water. To make them break them up, and they go in the machine. We do 50 pounds of substrate at a time. We're doing 50 pounds a load. So this past week we did 180 pounds of substrate. This weekend we're probably going to do 200 pounds of substrate, and mix them in the machine, and then we bag them up. We have all these little stations here, bagging stations. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Got a weighing station. And we found, when I had this employee, we found a lot of areas that I needed to improve on. Because when you have another person working, you begin to quickly realize what works and what doesn't. So we're going to implement systems that are going to make this a lot easier to do, so that we can actually produce mushrooms to sell to you, to sell to my area more consistently. So if I can grow 100 pounds a week, I have 100 pounds to sell. I have the market. I have people approaching me all the time. I have restaurants approaching me, and I haven't pulled the trigger to get this done until hiring that employee, which is really excited me in this business. So we got our mixer there. Awesome machine. Makes things so much easier, because I was doing it by hand until I got that mixer. And you can see here we got in the fruiting chamber, we got some pink oysters growing. They probably need to be picked. They're on their second flush. Lion's mane all growing up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a whole bunch of second flushes of lion's mane. And then we got some elm oyster. These are mostly old bags. But as you can see, this big past weekend, since we did a huge run of our mushroom bags, I have a lot that are going to be going into the room. So this is another area we're working on too. We're updating our air conditioner. I'll be doing this later on tonight, probably. Running all new ventilation to my marijuana tents. Marijuana tent, marijuana tent, marijuana tent, and marijuana tent. Then we have our mushroom production area over there, and then we have our mushroom production area over here. So I have quite a large basement, and then we have, you can see how it wraps around here. We have an area over here to store stuff. We have storage back here. Oh man, we got a spammer in here. Let me get rid of them. They're gonna come in like crazy. You don't block them. A couple of them come in. There we go. Anytime you talk about mushrooms, mention the word mushroom anywhere. These spammers come in. Alrighty. So yeah, and here's the other side of my marijuana tent. So that's my marijuana flower tent, and this was the new ventilation that I'm actually trying to run to it because they're so dirty. I'm upgrading to ones that I can pull apart and wash off. Another marijuana flower tent, and we have our veg tents over here, nutrient mixing station. And again, we're going to put a new air conditioner in here that we just cleaned out. And here is the mushroom bag. So these are all ready to go into fruiting. These are all mushroom. We got blue oyster, lion's mane, tarragon oyster, lots of lion's mane. And these are all ready to go. These bags are going to grow 5 pounds of mushrooms. These bags are going to grow 2.5. We're actually starting to grow some lion's mane already. These are all the bags that I've done this week. This shelf is getting full. This was the goal from the beginning, was to fill these shelves, and it looks like it's going to happen. We got more room up there because we have a lot of shiitake blocks that we're going to produce. We're also producing another species called chestnut. We got some chestnuts here. Chestnuts grow very, very slow too. So we have the chestnut blocks, which they're going to be in here for about 20 to 30 days. We have the shiitakes, which are going to be here for about 6 to 8 weeks. So we have to have the room and able to store that longevity and then have more to supply behind it. So I imagine what's going to happen is this shelf down here, these 4 shelves. We have 1, 2, 3, and then we have our floor. 4 shelves are going to be full of shiitake blocks. So we'll probably have about 80 to 90 shiitake blocks into our inventory because that's really a lot of it what I'm going to sell. I really want shiitake to be about half of what my business is because I sell them easily. They move easily. I can actually ship shiitakes. I have chefs that want them. I have a local chef who is actually importing. He is shipping in shiitakes because he doesn't have a local supplier. But guess who's going to be his local supplier? And that's like maybe 30 pounds of shiitakes a week that there's a possibility of signing a contract with the company. That's a lot of mushrooms. That's a big contract. That'd be 120 pounds of mushrooms a month. So we really want shiitake to be one of our biggest inventory things. So eventually this shelf will be shiitake only, and then all of our other mushroom species will be upstairs in our lab. We'll have our blue oysters, our tarragon, our pinks. So we also did we got some golden oysters here. We got some pink oysters, tarragon, blue oysters, chestnuts. We also are bringing in some elm oysters. And what else we got going up in the lab? So now we're inside the mushroom lab. Welcome to the cleanest room on earth. It really is. This is the room that I keep immaculately clean. And I only come in here usually after showers. So we have our big fan unit coming in here, bringing in fresh air. And this is what we usually do our work in. So we got a new machine too. Check this out. A new heat sealer. It is actually pink. Look how big it is. It's huge. This is my newest toy that has allowed me to seal bags way more efficiently. I was having a hard time sealing bags, let me tell you, for the last 8 months. And this thing is going to change everything. I love it. I really do. I've done all these bags using my new impulse sealer, and it has changed the way I actually do mushroom farming. That's how important this upgrade was. So again, we have a lot of different species going on. We are doing what I call, we're going back to the quart jar method of of colonizing our mushrooms. And I've talked in other videos of why I've chose to do that instead of doing these bag methods, which I still am doing the bags. I'm still experimenting with a new grain that I really like a lot. So we may go back to the bag method as I learn how to use this new grain that I bought. The grain's called rye berries, and I've been having a lot of success using it. So check this out. Look how thick that mycelium is. So these are all colonized. You can see all the white in them. I don't even have to show it. You can see white, white, white. That's all masses of mycelium that are colonized. They're ready to go. One of these jars goes into one of my large bags over here that I have on the shelf. So this is my inventory of sterilized bags that are ready to go. I still have probably about 45 minutes of work in here that I'll probably do tomorrow night. And so we are going to inoculate these bags. We're also going to make new grain that we'll use to colonize further species of our mushrooms. So we have another mushroom called the tiger sawgill. It's actually an oyster species. Very interested to see how that turns out. So by the time we get to market, the goal really is to have 5 or 6 different species of mushrooms. If I didn't mention the elm oyster, the blue oyster, lion's mane, tarragon oyster, chestnut. I say blue oyster. I don't know. There's so many damn species, you know. We got the golden oyster, which I'm not the biggest fan of the golden oyster because they grow smaller mushrooms. But golden oyster is great for soup. Got some thunder. Heard some thunder. Listening to the boom. So this is the lab that is going to be replaced with our upstairs room. This is the second part of the lab, which is actually a second room. So what's going to happen to these rooms is this tent's going to get torn down. We're going to open this doorway up. This is going to become our master. This is going to become our sterilizer room. So we're going to buy a sauna machine, and we're going to have a massive sterilization machine where we'll be able to sterilize like 50 bags at once. This is going to completely replace the process of sterilizing bags every single night. So this will happen on Sundays when I hire my employee and then eventually have this machine in here. It's really going to, again, add an upgrade to my facility. But I'm guessing that probably won't happen till the end of the summer or off season. So we have an off season that's going to last about 4 months where I won't really be growing a lot of mushrooms. And I'll probably be sitting on a beach in Florida. Let me tell you. That's the goal. So this lab will be replaced with that. This room over here, this tent, this doorway will actually be closed up. The tent can be closed, and it will become a grow room for more mushrooms. So we'll have a separate tent with a different kind of environment to grow different other mushrooms. So we have our other fruiting tent over there, and then we'll have this fruiting tent as well. And but we'll fill the other one up first before we fill this one up. So that's the ultimate goal here. And if we ever outgrew these 2 mushroom labs, if these 2 rooms filled up with mushrooms and I sold them all, we would easily be able to afford to move to another location or to build our own facility. So we can reach that point here. That's the goal, is to reach that point in my own house. And maybe, you know, and I know that's going to happen. So we'll eventually be in our own lab somewhere else that's not my house. Although it works great here for now. We've built all these systems. Man, that thunder's getting loud. Sounds like we got a storm outside. So yeah, we just do, you know, like any business, we upgrade a little bit at a time. This has taken us 2 years to get to this point. And we continue to learn and buy new equipment and evolve and educate. And, you know, here's our big old Great River Mushrooms cheat sheet. I don't know what you call it, but this shows our species. It's going to show how many we have in inventory so we can keep things better, things in track. But elm oyster, pink oyster, chestnut, lion's mane, shiitake, blue oyster. Those are all the ones I named, and I'm probably missing a couple other. But yes, we'll have like 6 or 7 mushroom species, and we'll introduce here and there new species. So I don't see it raining, but it sounded like it was pouring. And we also have one kind of other area that we actually, this is our dry storage, and also we make our own jar lids. So all those quart jars that I use, we actually have to drill the holes in them, and we replace them every 2 cycles with new jar lids, and then they get new filter patches. And so that all happens back here. This is my jar filling station. We have about 80 to 90 quart jars in our inventory. I think, yeah, we have a couple more to use, and we have a whole bunch of more to clean. But we also have large jars too. We use pickle jars sometimes, and so this drill just allows us to drill that hole and be able to put that filter patch on it. But that drill makes it a lot easier to do instead of using the handheld drill and all this other shit. But it sounds like it's pouring rain out now. I hear it hitting my chimney cap. If anybody in the Quincy area gets that hail damage, don't forget to call Right Rate Roofing, you know. Got to throw that promo out. Let's go see what it's doing outside. Make sure they didn't leave any mail. I'd say it's pouring rain. Pouring rain out. We don't need any more rain. All right. That light back hooked up, and give this other thing of honey away. Again, thanks for joining me. I appreciate you all being here and taking a little tour through my mushroom lab there. Although it has many different areas, they're just all over the place. But hit that infused honey hashtag. Giving away 2 ounces of infused honey. Oh, wrong button. Touchdown. I must have shipped you a package. I appreciate you, Jane Doe. Welcome. You're so welcome. Again, Amanda Stevenson was our first winner of the infused honey. We're giving 2 of them today. And again, we have those on the website too. 4-ounce jars for, I believe they're $20. And I just shipped out 3 of them today. And you'll be seeing those these infused honey on Ohio 420 giveaways and Rasta Rhinos. So we will be, as those 2 give our giveaways, we'll be kind of going through 5 or 6 products to give away. So every single week we won't be giving away the same thing. It'll be switching between Reishi, turkey tail, lion's mane, and our mixed capsule. So that's 4 giveaways. Our elderberry seed for one week. That's 5. We'll have some honey, so 6. So we'll have a cycle. I feel like, and then the FECO. So we'll have a cycle of 7 different products that we will be giving away on those shows, and we'll be doing a lot more consistent variety. But this week there were no giveaways because we have our big ass giveaway this Sunday, and we also won't have any giveaways next week because I'm gonna have to ship. I'm gonna probably be shipping about 15 orders, and that's gonna take up some of my time. So we have a 2-week hiatus from those giveaways to celebrate our own 3,000 followers, and again we'll probably do that when we have our 3,500 and our Well, probably around 4,000 because it's going pretty fast. I'm already up to 3,050. And like I said, we're going to have that post tomorrow, so pay attention to it. Anybody who shares it's going to be put into a circle of names, and whoever wins that circle of names is going to win an awesome prize. Yeah, I've become a little busy over the last 6 weeks since I started this new job, but I mean, I can't complain. I really can't. I feel blessed with, there's a lot of people struggling, and I found a job that I'm making, more money, and life's good, and I don't have to worry about that struggle anymore. But I'm here to help other people, so that's why, it's what I love to do. That 2024, I knew it was going to be a good year for me. I knew it when the year started because everything has just come together. And I may be busy. I may not get enough sleep sometimes. I may be sore and tired and crabby, but it really is a blessing. For sure. It's also going to allow me to be less busy during the winter. I have this all planned out. When our farmers market ends, my production of our mushrooms will go way down. And to a point where maybe I won't do any producing when I'm on vacation. But I also don't work. I won't be working roofing December, January, February for sure. So January, you'll probably find me in a warm place for about at least 2 weeks. I'm getting me a rental for 2 weeks and I'm going somewhere warm. And so, working your ass off now, it has benefits later on down the road where you can really appreciate life. There are definitely nights where I have to work till 7 or 8 o'clock at night at my roofing job, and then I have to come home and be up till midnight doing stuff for the herbal business. And that's so fine. I'm fine with that. I knew what I signed up for when I did this. Well, I appreciate it, Debbie and Jane. So anybody knows any beautiful foreign places in Florida, I'll be there. Let me know. Or if you have a place to rent, because I'm going to be Airbnb for sure. I ain't staying in the hotel if I'm traveling like that, especially for long term. So you can get some good deals on Airbnb too when you rent for a whole month, and you can get like a whole house for $2,000 for a month. It seems like a lot, but I'm already planning for that. I need some of that local honey. Nose running. Anybody else want to get into that infused honey? How many people we got? 42 people in it. We got 27 people in here and 43 reactions. Appreciate it. Give it one more minute and then we're going to hit it. And wish everybody good luck. And hopefully the winner is still here. I still think it's going to be Macy Buds. She has not ever won. But watch her not be here when it spins. And it hits her. She had to go over to Ohio for 20 show. Started at 5:30. I was going to go buy an air conditioner if it stops raining here. Got to get that air conditioner into my new grow room. Not my new grow room, my new lab. Because I think I need to get my stuff up here sooner than later. Because last night it was 76 degrees in my lab. And that's not a good temperature to have. They're risking some bad things to happen, like mass contaminations. So we want to get to a room where we're definitely bringing the temps down. That's more important than anything, is to stay below 76 degrees. So we don't have much time before it's in our 90s, and then I'll struggle with that. But I actually lost a whole bunch of products one year because it got so hot in there and everything got contaminated. All right, I think we got everybody in here. Let's hit it. Good luck, everybody. Pilot Scott. Congratulations, are you still here? Full cheer. I hope you're still here. Oh, come on. We give it 45 seconds. Let me give you a little extra time. Hit that 45 seconds. Go. Cheers, everybody. Hopefully, did I miss her comment? There she is. Somebody was pointing up. Oh, there she is. Sorry, I missed her comment. Scrolled right by it. And you actually said it twice, man. I missed them both. Sorry, Jay. Or sorry, Violet. But congratulations. Winner of that 2 ounces honey. Problem with my ADHD mind sometimes I scan over something and I just don't see it, even when it's right in front of me. I guess that's the brain. I think I have some literacy, slight autistic tendencies, I guess, with things I see and spelling. I've had that issue my whole life. I've always been good in school, but I've had issues with saying pronunciations right, and then sometimes I misspell a word when I shouldn't. Or read the word wrong. My brain reads it some other way, and it's definitely incorrect. Then I'll reread it again, and I'm like, well, that's not there. What was there the first time? But you're probably right. I probably need more sleep, too. But I got you down as that winner. Congratulations. Congrats. Where's the smaller screen? There we go. You're right there. So thank you guys all for joining me today. Again, please hit that like reaction button, love reaction button, the haha reaction button, whatever you want to hit. And hopefully join me again on Sunday evening for our big 3,000 follower party. I really hope to see you guys there. Again, pay attention to a post tomorrow. We're going to have a post that if you share, you will be getting to another contest. And I'll remind people during our live again, there will be another contest too, where if you share our live, you will be put into the contest as well. So hopefully see you guys then. Again, it's been lovely, guys. It's much love. Go over there and go check out Gabe's Ohio 420, and this probably will see me as well. So, peace, guys. Much love. We'll end it with that Great River Mushrooms commercial.